Good morning and welcome back to Y254 in the morning. My name is Faith Nsoli, and just in case you're joining us, it's WCW. On this segment, we celebrate the strength of a woman. And today in studio, we are speaking to Zipporah Nyaboke. She was born with one hand, and the father took off when she was around 8 years. But this has not dimmed her dreams in life. Engage us on all our social media platforms at Y254 channel, at Faith Nsoli. The hashtag is Y in the morning. Karibu sana.
Asante sana, Faith.
It's a pleasure having you this morning.
The pleasure is all mine.
So who is Zipporah Nyaboke?
Zipporah Nyaboke is a beautiful woman, beautiful lady. I'm 22 years old, currently turning 23 in April. I'm living with a disability, but I'm proud of the disability because it has shown me several ways to be a better version of myself.
So where did you go to school?
Oh yeah, I studied at primary from those small schools. I went to high school in Sironga Girls High School. I went to campus in Pwani University where I did diploma in computer science. And yeah, practically that.
Wow. And so how was life in school, it being that you had to carry, you went to boarding school?
Yeah, I went to boarding school.
So how was life? Like you had to carry your own water to the bathroom and all that. How was life in high school?
Life was very interesting because you see when you're little, at around class 7, class 8, you're supposed to go to boarding. So I was so eager waiting to go to boarding, but my mom was like, no, you just go to boarding when you're in high school or whatnot. And then I went to boarding in Form 1. I was so excited. I was like, this is now my space. This is not going to be me. Mom is not going to be around. You see, I was experiencing that freedom, that rebellion and everything. So in high school, when people were crying that their parents had left them to go home, I was just so excited because it's going to be a new journey. It's going to be a new experience without mom every now and then. She's there for me. Carrying water was just interesting, but I'd gotten used to doing a lot of chores at home. So carrying water was just normal. But the school that I went to, I think I was the only person with a disability. Yeah. I've studied in schools, not special schools, but just normal schools. I hate to say this, but normal, like.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, I think I went to a girl high school. So the girls, I think, were so shocked, like I could do a lot of stuff. I remember even the principal called me and she was like, how are you? What's your name? Are you able to do normal things? And then I'm like, yeah, I can do everything by my own. She was just so shocked that I can even wash the clothes myself. She even told the captain that, no, you should just be helping her. Yeah, but it was just an interesting journey in high school, very much.
So you never faced like bullying you because of your stage?
I don't think I was bullied. I think I bullied them more. Like in primary, people used to fear me. I don't know if it's fear or like acheza tu kichini chini. So like they would just see me and then they'll be like, oh my goodness, that girl has just one hand and what does she do? And then I would just take that as an advantage and be like, I can do anything. You see, like you should not see me different or whatnot. Yeah, I was not bullied like normal bullying. Just yeah.
Wow. And so where did you go to campus and what did you study in campus?
I went to campus in Pwani University. It's in Coast. I studied computer science, diploma in computer science. Yeah, I graduated in 2019.
And so how was life generally growing up now that I was listening to some of your stories before, and you mentioned somewhere that your dad took off when you were around 8 years. So how was life being raised by a single mother and you're a child living with disability?
I have to say, as you say, this is woman.
Strength of a woman.
Yeah, strength of a woman.
Yeah,
that is indeed a strength of a woman. Like, she's so strong. Like, I don't know how she did it, but she did it. You get, Like, you see, when you're in the playgrounds, you see fathers with their children, and then I'll be like, oh my God, I wish that was me or what. But my mom was there for me through thick and thin. Like, I cannot per se remember, even if the years that my dad was there, like I cannot per se remember if I had any good memories of him, you get? My mom, I have good memories of my mom. I have like the best memories. Like even when I face something, I go to her and be like, Mami, sasa kwa nini mi niko hivi, you see? And then she was like, it's just beautiful, like it's just you.
Yeah,
see?
you're beautiful like you are.
Yeah, exactly. You're beautiful like you are. You see, like I don't think my mom treated me with a disability. Yeah, like she just saw me as a normal person, my family per se. Like they did not treat me with a disability because they did not exclude me from other things. Like I remember when I was a little bit small, I wanted to play the swing with other kids. You see, in the swing you have to sit and balance with your two hands.
And then hold the rope. Yeah.
And then swing. You see, I don't have balance per se. I think I don't have balance. So my friends were like, Zippy utaumia, don't try that, Zippy utaumia. And then I was like, no, I'll have to do it because I'll have to prove to you that I can do it. I sat there, yeah, I did fall down, yeah. I did fall down.
Oh,
but yeah, it was just, I did fall down. I went to my mom and she was like, what were you thinking? Like going on that swing. And then I was like, I don't know. I just wanted to be like
other children.
Yeah, I wanted to be like other children. Like they can do other games that I cannot do. Why should I not do other games? And then my mom was like, just play. Like, just enjoy yourself. Just play. You're still a child.
And so, okay, your firstborn in your family or your secondborn, or how many are you in your family?
Our family has two. I'm the firstborn, and then the lastborn is a guy, is a boy. He's around 13. So there's that huge gap difference, and the sibling rivalry and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, ukuchukulia aje now that you have one hand and yeah, ako sawa.
Actually, yeah, and I'm not too sour, but my nephews, I have nephews. Like one of them, when he was so small, he was like, a certain day he just started crying. Then I was like, Marcus, nini mbaya? Then I was like, I just want to take off my hand and give it to you. Like, how can you be living with one hand? And then it just touched me, and I was just sitting there wondering, how do I explain to this child, this small baby, that you cannot just plug out your arm like a dolly and then plug it back in. But like he cried the entire day. Like he's so merciful. He was like, I just want to give you my hand because I see like you're struggling a lot and everything. But with time, he's like, Zippy, you're the coolest person I've ever seen. Like, how do you do this? How do you do this? He's just so amazed with everything. My brother, actually the other day I asked him, do you view me differently? Because now he's grown up, kidogo, he's 13. Yeah. So he was like, actually, me, I don't see anything different with you. But every time my friends just, you see, I go to their school, he's in boarding. I go to their school, and then he's like, every time my friends ask me, what's wrong with your sister? Does she do this and this and this? And then I'm like, actually, she does everything so perfect. Like everything in her is just perfect. Like I don't view her like with a person with one hand. It does not understand the term disability, but now I think so. He says that he does not view me with one hand. He just sees me with like Zippy. Yeah. Just as simple as Zippy. Yeah.
And so speaking of doing everything like any other person, how do you go around cooking?
I cook, you see, I tend to think like God makes no mistakes. So if you see in let's say in blind people, when you don't have vision, you're given with the sixth sense, like all your other senses enlightened. You see. So with me, I don't have the left hand, but with time, I decided with training, I just kicked in. I started doing things with my left leg. Like I can just cook with my left leg, wash with my left leg. Yeah.
And so speaking of doing things like cooking with your left leg, there is this type of people wenye watakuambia ukimpatia kitu with the left hand, it'll be like, nipatie na mkono mzuri, hiyo ni mkono ya choo. So I can imagine you cooking with your left, using your leg as the other hand. Have you met such people wenye watasema, kai, mimi siwezi kula chakula imekatwa na mtu ama?
Actually, speaking of that, yesterday I posted a clip of me cutting vegetables on TikTok. And then people are like, si ununue tu mboga mara moja. And then I was like,
Katwa.
exactly. But sasa huwezi nunua mboga na ununue nyanya, but it's something that I enjoy doing. Like you can't stop me from doing that. Actually, it's your choice.
You can buy mboga yenye imekatwa, but you can't buy onion.
Yenye imekatwa. Exactly, that was my point. But okay, you can get that hiyo kitu ya kukata mavitu, but sasa seme like kama unataka kuikata in a certain way, like it's something that I enjoy doing. So like it's your own decision that you as a person, kama utaki kula chakula yangu ni sawa, but everyone that I cook for my food says that is the best food. No bragging though, but it's the sweetest food. And yeah, I've not faced that per se, but initially, like in campus, you see when you have friends over and everything, like I was so skeptical about cooking for people. You see, I would also have the same mindset that they will say that amepika na mguu siwezi kula. You see, like, so majority of my friends, actually the first time they saw me do anything was when I started a YouTube channel, and then they were like, Haja, Zippy, you can cook. Even my family, like, you could just get a shock. Like my cousin the other day, she was like, oh my goodness, I'm watching a video of you cooking, you're sure you're ugali liver? And then I'm like, you're serious? Like, you're my cousin? And then she was like, honestly, I've never seen you cook kabisa, because at home everyone is just there. I'll just cook the rice, the stew, viazi and everything, but the ugali, I'll just be like, mtu mwingine apike. You see.
And how do you cook ugali, by the way?
It's just the normal way, but sasa kushika na mguu. Na sijawahi chomeka mguu, but nimechomeka mkono. Nikipika chapo and everything, I know it's weird, but nimechomeka mkono, but sijachomeka mguu nikipika ugali.
Wow.
So she was also shocked as you are that Zipi unaweza pika ugali aje. Yeah.
Yet unafaa kukamata na kamata with the other hand.
Alafu ugeuze ive vizuri. Yeah, it turns out just great.
Wow. And so there was somewhere you mentioned that you at times think that if you had both hands, you'd be having a decent job. Have you underwent any form of discrimination as a person living with a disability before, maybe in a job interview, in a workplace?
Yeah, I have actually. My first job interview, it was not big, but it was something that I was looking forward to, like to get extra cash and everything. So my first job interview that day, I was so excited, like ni kama mtu anaenda majuu. So as I reached there, like the person I passed the several, like, so you know, kuna kuchujwa mara kadhaa. So like nikachujwa the first time, the second time and the third time. So on reaching, like every time I just succeeded, I just passed through and everything. So on reaching the final stage where the manager, I think it's the manager, talks to you and everything, the guy was like, you know, I had not seen myself as a disability in those other nini, like I was not in those other stages yeah. I was not being eliminated. So the guy was like, so I want someone who can type. Can you type? I was shocked, like, yeah, I can type. I did computer science. What do you expect? I've even given you my CV and everything. Funny enough, I was the only one among around 200 people with a decent CV, with everything. Like my papers were well organized. And then I was like, I've just given you my documents. I did computer, so I can't type. You see, I can type. Like I cannot go to a computer science class and not know how to type. You see. And then the guy was like, I want someone who types so fast. Can you type? Actually, I was so shocked. I panicked. I said, yeah, I can type fast, which is true. I can type fast. But now the time he was giving me, I panicked. I said around 5 minutes, and come to think of it, 5 minutes is a lot. But yeah, that time I was being discriminated of having a disability. The person just said, I don't think you're going to be an asset to my company because you have a disability. You get?
Wow.
Yeah. I was shocked. That was the first time I had faced.
He said it on your face.
Yeah, he said that I don't think I want you in my company because, like, you're going to be
a liability. Yeah,
exactly. You know, I had had so many stories, like people saying that, oh, disabled people are being discriminated, what. By that time, I faced it like face to face, and then I was like, oh, this really does happen in this society. Like, it's the 21st century, but how could you do that? Yeah, but anyway, as
it's
I say,
life.
Yeah.
And you live to fight another day.
Yeah, exactly. And maybe God had some other purpose in me in life. So yeah, God makes no mistakes.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so do you think that the government is doing enough to protect or rather cater for people living with disability?
Oh my goodness. So I think the government is doing something, not enough per se, because like for people with disabilities, like, you know, it's not just the physical disability, there is the hearing, there's the other types of disabilities. Like, let's say in the blind people, they're being issued with the canes and everything. But like in other people, it does not per se, how can I put it? It's not there. It's there, but haiko, you get. So, kama as for me, I don't think I've ever benefited from the government. Yes, I do have a card of disability. Yes, I'm a registered member of National Council of Disability. But like, I don't think that it gives us other opportunities as much as the opportunities are there. But I love that the government nowadays, it has opportunities set aside for people with disabilities. That means that their mindset have come to think of that the people with disabilities are also human beings, you get. Initially, I think it was just a big issue. That's a big step for them. Yeah, so, but other than that, they really have to work hard on what they're doing, like hard and better. But yeah, wherever the small things that they're doing, it's just okay, because they're offering sunscreen to people with albinism, they're offering the canes, they're offering mobility devices, yeah. But in other cases, they need to do better. But yeah, they are doing something, which is a good start.
So moving on, let's talk about your hustle. I can see the t-shirt you're putting on. Be your own kind of beautiful. So you do customized t-shirts?
Yeah, I do customized t-shirts because I tend to think that with or without a disability, people like, as a person, you feel that you're not your own kind of beautiful. There are times where you feel that, I'm not pretty like she was. I'm just a plus size. I wish I was size 4. I'm size 14. So I sell these t-shirts saying be your own kind of beautiful, because you cannot compare yourself to any other. Faith, you're beautiful the way you are. I'm beautiful the way I am.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, so we won't be the same. If we are the same, like, there won't be another Faith, there won't be another Zipporah, you see?
Yes.
So yeah, I make this t-shirt saying you should be your own person, you should be your own kind of beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you run a YouTube channel too.
Oh yeah, I do.
Talk about it.
I do run a YouTube channel. It's Zipporongera at YouTube channel. It's a space where I talk about living with a disability, where we remind each other, me and my fans, me and my viewers, we remind each other that we're in this world for a purpose. Like, you might feel that you're down at some point. You might feel that you're not doing something in life. But remember, God makes no mistakes. He made you the way you are. You're unique. So in that channel, we remind each other about that. And I show people how I do things, per se, wash clothes and everything, those that won't ask me. So I just show them how I'll do it on a normal day.
Wow.
Yeah.
And for someone who is watching you this morning and would wish to support you, where can he or she get your customized t-shirts?
You can get my customized t-shirts at Instagram or Facebook at awesome_with_flows. Yeah, you can get them there. They come in 3 colors, white, mustard, and black. So I'm wearing the black one. Yeah. I also have other t-shirts. It's written Flossom. Flossom meaning awesome with flaws. Yeah.
Oh. So we almost coming to the end of the show. But before we get there, I would like you to talk to someone out there who is living with disability, and he feels like it's the end, like he can't do anything else, and like, this is the end of me. Talk to that young girl out there or boy out there who sees that mimi kama ningekuwa na mikono mbili ndio ningefanya 1 2 3, but now that I don't, my world is
crumbling.
Crumbled.
So I want to say that you out there that you think that the world is crumbling, the world is not. Like, you just have to change your mindset. Just remember that you're your own person. Like, no one can compare to you. Like, you faced many obstacles that people have not faced. So like, if you manage to reach a certain age, now maybe people saw that you won't reach it and you reached it, please just continue. Please continue being your own kind of beautiful. You will conquer this world. The world is beautiful outside there. The world is big enough for everyone to fit in it. So, and remember to be your own kind of beautiful. Like, God makes no mistakes. You're in this earth for a purpose, a good purpose, actually. So your time will come. If you feel that it has not come yet, your time will still come.
Wow.
Yeah.
So remind people your social media handles, please.
Okay. At YouTube, I'm Zipporah Ongera. At Instagram, at Ensini or Zipporah Nyaboke. At TikTok, I'm at Ensini. And then at Facebook, I'm at Zipporah Nyaboke. And please remember to buy my t-shirts. Remember to support a small business person. And remember to be your own kind of beautiful.
Wow. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Faith, for having me.
Wow.
Okay.
And so they say that when your path is so difficult, then your calling might just be higher. Thank you for watching. I've been your host, Faith Msoli. Kayesu is up next with Girls Talk.